so not accessible to the blind. It's a federal Fair Housing Act thing. Now, if they win one of these cases, they're gonna win them all. And these letters are going to eventually go to everybody out there. What do you do?
This is pretty straightforward, isn't it? Make your site accessible for the blind. For the cure here, it seems fairly straightforward. You want to make allowances for larger text, contrast between text and the backdrop, color differences for action items. Don't just have mobile solutions, make sure you have a website as well. Be able to change fonts, have keyboard shortcuts to aid in navigation, and maybe most importantly, have a reader. We have actually done this already with one of our companies, and it's not as expensive or laborsome as you might think, though we built it from the ground up.
Now, there might be companies out there that give you plugins for your website, but here's my question. Why isn't this solvable from the point of the browser? You can go to Chrome and use the plugin, Just Read, and it gives you the font and contrast capability. Make that a permanent setting, and they've also got a read aloud extension which will read any text on any page. I'm not taking this issue lightly, but rather than changing the 9 billion websites out there, wouldn't it be easier to just have adjustments made to the browser or browser extensions that just already exist?
Now, just to let you guys know, the browser extensions that Frank spoke about that's on Chrome, we've already tested them out and they work. So why is there a need for all these lawsuits? Because here's our question and our concern. If ADA lawsuits hit the vast majority of mortgage companies in the country, well-intended mortgage companies, mind you, companies who were not aware but are now making these changes that find themselves on the tail end of some of these lawsuits, it's not that I'm against suing banks, guys. It's that they're making the changes. Should be given a grace period to make these changes before they have to pay any type of settlement. The reason is simple. If these banks do pay any type of huge settlement, those lawsuits will be financed by higher interest rates for everybody who gets a loan going forward. In short, anyone buying a house is going to have to finance these frivolous lawsuits for the next 30 years. And does that seem like a good solution?
In any event, now is the time to make your site accessible for the sight impaired. Because this thing, it's sweeping the country.
Big breaking news just came in. The feds, they ain't changing interest rates. At least not for the rest of the year. So, yeah, that's good.
FHA mortgage applications surged. Such a great word.
It is. It is, isn't it?
They surged 3.8%. It's like
surge.
3.8% too. It's like surged like the fire. Anyway, they surged 3.8% last week due to lower interest rates, so they say. You know, another reason I think they surged is because those Flex 97s that you were used to getting approved are now being pushed toward the good old FHA. Again, remember, we told you this. The GSEs and HUD want to see more of those Flex deals going FHA. The belief is that the GSEs, via loan officers, due to lower MI, have been going the Flex route over FHA. Or as the Senate Banking Committee says, skimming the cream off of what would otherwise be FHA deals.
Now, with those Flex 97s rolling over to FHA, you have to understand this is going to keep happening and it's going to get tighter. That's why you must have multiple non-QM options on the table for your company along with FHA. And guys, remember, Oak Tree Funding. These guys are a phenomenal non-QM company to work with multiple options and programs and systems in place that are second to none. Make sure you get approved with these guys. All you have to do is click this banner right down here.
The Oak Tree banner, you'll see it here somewhere, over on your right or right down below, or the links here on Facebook. So yeah, access those guys.
Hey, and we got to tread lightly on this story about, the Americans with Disability Act or the Fair Housing Act that is making its way around to mortgage companies right now. Again, everybody thinks that we should have accessibility to anybody with any type of disability. We do. But anything can be abused, and we just want to make sure that mortgage companies are just at least given a grace period before they have to face any type of lawsuits, because ultimately it's not going to hurt the mortgage companies, it's going to hurt those that they fund loans with.
Yeah.
The clients are going to have to finance this over 30 years.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, do us a favor, hit the Facebook button right down here, share this, maybe say, hey, what do you guys think about this? Start a conversation, that would be great. Leave us your comments down below, we always appreciate those, even if they're bad. fact, we like those better.
Yeah.
And then do us a favor, subscribe for free if you're meeting us for the first time. Catch you later here. Have a great weekend from the Nashville Real Estate Post.
Bye.